Ay, ay, ay.
Vanessa, get off my back. Vanessa, get off my back.
Don't tell the truth. Do not tell the truth. When you meet a woman, do not tell the truth. Do not. And I want to tell you why in a second, but do not tell the truth. Do not give them your real name. Right? And I've used applications to where I had fake numbers, right? It was a thing I did. It was a phase, right? It wasn't necessarily a good thing or a bad thing, but I kind of suggested there's apps where you can get phone numbers that's not registered to you. There's apps where you can get a number from almost any country in the world and you're paying for it weekly or monthly or yearly. Look into that, right? There's applications where you can pay for phone numbers and you can use those phone numbers on WhatsApp. Look into that. Do not give people your real name, right? Do not. Do not. Because when things go sour, these women, passport bro talk. When things go sour, these women are going to use those things against you. When things go sour, people are going to use your information to try to throw you under the bus. When things go sour, whatever information that they have, they're going to use to negatively impact your life. Uh, when I first met the last abuser, right? I don't know what name I had, right? But I met her on Tinder. But I can tell you right now, my name on Tinder is not my real name. I tell you that right now. My name on Tinder is not my real name. So I gave her my fake name, and I hate when women ask, they meet you on Tinder and ask, "What's your name?" Like they ain't just read it on Tinder, right? I gave her my fake name, and I think I gave her my real number. I think we had the discussion once. So I gave you my real my. I'm sorry. I think I gave her my wrong number, a fake number, but I might have gave her my real number, right? I'm not sure, but definitely she had the wrong name, and it's a 50-50 if she had the right number or not, right? It's just because when we are out meeting women, right? Some of these women are temporary, right? Some of these women that you're not looking for nothing serious, right? You don't expect things to go south, but you want to be ready just in case it does. You need to be prepared, right? And I'm gonna tell you something. I had to get a new passport. Like literally, I got a new passport. Man, my Tinder going on. Don't you love when that happens? I had to get a new passport, right? Because I had a incident, right, with this abuser, right, and I had to talk to somebody, and they want to copy my passport. Guess what I did? I'm sorry. Let me rephrase that. I lost my passport. I don't know how it happened. I don't know why it happened, but coincidentally enough, I lost my passport. So I had to get a new passport, guys. I had a couple months ago. I had to get a new passport. I lost my passport, right? So I'm gonna spare you the details. I might go into it in another video, but somebody asked for a copy of my passport. I gave him a copy. Uh, like 2 months later, I was looking for my passport, just couldn't find it. I just couldn't find it. I don't know. Coincidentally enough, I just couldn't find it, right? So I had to get a new passport, right? But I'm gonna give you a few instances, right? I'm gonna come back to that clown in a second, right? I was in the military, right? And and I'm gonna say this before I get into that. Don't tell people your history. Don't tell people your life story. Don't tell people what you did. Because let me get back on Vanessa for a second, right? Everything I told her, lies and all, she went back and repeated it. I'm going to repeat that. Everything I told her, lies and all, she went back and repeated. Oh, he's this, he did that. He works this place, he worked this place, he left this, he works there, he was there, he was there. Everything that I told her, she went back and repeated. Right, and I left my job. I got like everything that I gave someone that could identify me or find me. I don't have anymore intentionally. Right, I left my job because I told someone where I work. I got a new passport. Like literally everything that I gave someone. Right, I got a new one of. And I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna show y'all something, right? I'm gonna show y'all. Hold on 1 second. I'm gonna show y'all something. I'm gonna show y'all something. All right, I'm back. Right, I'm gonna show y'all something. Right, and y'all gonna take game. Look, listen, learn from my experiences. I have 3 passports. Right, I have 3 passports. Right, but I'm gonna get deep in a second. Right, I just gotta do it to where y'all can't see my stuff. Right, I'm just gonna do it this way. I have 3 driver's licenses. Right, I have 3 driver's licenses. Right, 3 driver's licenses. Right, with 3 different addresses on them. I'm just being honest. I have 3 passports and I have 3 driver's licenses with 3 different addresses on them. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. So depending on what I get myself into, God forbid I don't get myself into something, or where I'm at, or where I gotta what I gotta show someone, depending on the situation, depends on which passport I'm gonna give them, and it depends on which driver's license I'm gonna give them. But one thing's for certain, 2 things for sure, right? 9 times out of 10, I'm gonna give you my passport, right? 9 times out of 10, I'm gonna give you my passport. But 10 times out of 10, after I give you that passport, I already got it in my mind that it's gonna be lost, and I'm gonna get another one. I don't care how, I'm just saying. I'm telling you, you read between the lines, you do what you want to do. But one thing for certain, 2 things for sure. If I'm somewhere and I gotta give someone a copy of my passport, I'm not gonna have that passport soon. I'm not gonna have that passport soon. Right. So I'm gonna tell you a story. Right. I was with this individual. Right, and this was a long time ago. Right, and she knew where I worked at. Right, and we got into an argument or whatever the case may be, and she went to my job. Right, she went to my job and uh, she got some people involved. My supervisor. Right, she was like, "Hey, Chris keeps flying. Said this. He did that. Da da da. He's a horrible person. Blah 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 blah." True story now. And I was at lunch, right? And I come back from lunch and my supervisor had seen me and they was like, "Hey, Chris keeps flying. You had a young lady come up here, right?" Now I already knew who it was. She said, "You said this, you said that, da 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 da. Da. What's going on?" And I'm trying to explain it, whatever the case may be. Right. But don't give these women enough information to use it against you, right? And I was naive at the time and I picked up game over time. I was naive at the time and I picked up game over time. But don't give women enough information to use against you later. Right. And I've told this story, right, before that African queen didn't know my age, right? She didn't know my real name when I met her, right? There's a lot of things about me that African queen did not know when we first met each other. And I've told this story before, but African queen got a lot of my information from going through and cleaning my apartment, right? African Queen got a lot of my information from going through and cleaning my apartment, right? I went to work, she was cleaning, right? In her feminine role, right? Doing her thing. And I come home from work. I think I came home from lunch. I don't know what it was. I know I came home And she was like, "Oh, you this, you that, you this age, you that. Oh, you from this place." And I was like, "Where you get that from?" She's like, "Oh, your mail that was in the closet." And I'm like, "Oh man." Oh yeah. That's right. Yeah, I'm sorry, I forgot to tell you. I apologize. It was a mistake. Yeah, I know I lied. I apologize. I lied, but I was gonna tell you, it just slipped my mind. She know. She know. Listen, lie to these women, man. Right? I can see instances of this woman that I was with a long time ago came to my job, talked to my supervisor. I can give you instances of Vanessa. Right? I can give you instances of multiple times where women tried to get even or get revenge by doing or saying something to try to destroy you. By doing or saying something to try to destroy you. And that is what women love to do. Women, you know how you have a brother or sister and you play that game where you hit them and they hit you, you hit them, 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 they hit you. Everyone want to be the last person to hit the other person. Or you're having a conversation and somebody wants to be the last one to get the last word. That is how it is with women. Passport bro talk. That's how it is with women. They want to be the last one to get even. They want to be the last one to destroy you. They want to be the last one to say something, to do something to hurt you, hurt your career, hurt your life, hurt your family, hurt your finances. That is how women are. They're spiteful. They think about revenge. They think about getting you back. That is how women are. And I'm going to tell you right now, lie to these women, right? Lie to them. Lie to them. Passport votes. Lie to them. I had this conversation with someone not long ago. I said, no, outside of work, nobody knows my real name. Outside of work, nobody knows my real name. When I leave these premises, when I leave this building, nobody knows my real name. And I'm going to be honest with you. I lie so much to these women that sometimes I forget my name. It's just so natural for them for me to tell them my fake name. It just comes natural. I've been using this fake name that I've been using for a very long time. I have. I've been using it for years and years and years and years. Lie to these women, right? Lie. Because these women will seek to destroy you. These women will seek to manipulate you, throw your name in trash. And to think about the difference between the first instance of a woman trying to destroy me coming to my work and Vanessa is I got Vanessa in 4K on my phone, jumping on my back, scratching me, scarring me up. I'm bleeding. That's in 4K. 4K. 4K video on my phone. I might drop the whole video, unedited video one day, but as I've said before, if I drop the whole unedited video, that means she has the whole unedited video. And I would never give her the whole unedited video. So I will always edit it, break it up, slow it down, do something to where she never has the full unedited video. But listen, as I've said, guys, Vanessa tried to destroy me, right? Unfortunately, it backfired, right? Some things happened. Some things got lost. I got some new things. I moved out of the country, the continent, got a new job, moved this place, then moved that place. She tried to destroy me, but in hindsight and in all reality, she has more to lose than me, right? Because if you say, hey, Chris keeps flying, called me a BIT, right? And said I'm this and I'm that. But I hit him and I scratched him and I jumped on his back like a stray cat. He was bleeding and I ripped his shirt after he spent thousands of dollars on a trip that I couldn't afford. That was 4 months worth of pay for me. Literally, the trip that I paid to go from Miami to the Punta Cana was like 4 months of pay for her. Literally, and I'm only telling you what I know because I got a pay statement, right? It was like 4 months of pay, right? So she can't say, hey, Chrissy Klein did this, but I assaulted him. I abused him. He was bleeding. Malicious wounding. I scratched him. Like, no, people gonna look at you like, why are you talking about what he said and you jumped on his back and scratched him and ripped his shirt and there's blood all over the place? Someone gonna look at her like she crazy. Somebody gonna be like, are you complaining about what he said? But you hit them. What? Get your that's out of here. You know what I'm saying? Get out of here. That's what I'm saying. Like the worst person to actually make me mad is honestly her because I got her stuff in 4K, right? I know her bosses, right? Like their names, like especially now that I'm out of the country. Now's the worst time because I it's, you know, you can't do nothing to me, but I can do a whole lot to you. I don't care if you don't get fired. At least I ruined your name, you know. But anyway, listen, don't give these people your real information, right? Don't, right? And I've told someone there's ways to get around everything, right? And especially in South America and Asia, right? You can 9 times out of 10 pay your way to get out of something, right? I'm being honest. There's videos of a guy that was locked up in Thailand, and he said on the video, he said, if I had money, I could have got out. This is no secret, guys, gals, passport bros. If you get into a tight situation in Asia and South America, and you have the right amount of money, you can get out of that situation. Right? Europe's a little fishy, but it's also fishy because Europe has funny laws, right? Even though people getting ran over by cars and stuff getting blown up, and a guy. I watched the video of a guy running someone down and killing people. Europe's crazy, right? They have a different kind of violence. They don't have gun violence, right? Like America, but Europe got some crazy violence. Like they be going down to Europe, but Europe has some crazy laws that mainly only apply to those in Europe. But take care of yourself, protect yourself. My word of advice, get some extra documentation, right? I'm not saying get forged stuff. I'm not saying get fake stuff. I'm saying get extra documentation. Get extra IDs because you might get into a situation someone asks for it. Show me your I've been in places, hey, show me your passport, right? Get extra stuff. But if you know they may use that stuff against you later, my suggestion is to get rid of that extra stuff. My suggestion is maybe that extra stuff gets lost. And I'm not telling you to do this intentionally, but my suggestion is to have extra stuff because I had to get a new passport. I had to get a new passport, right? If anything, listen, I don't care where I'm at. I don't care if I'm down the street and the police ask for a copy of my passport and want to take a picture. I'm just walking down the street. That's all I'm saying. I have 3 passports, right? I have more than one passport. I have more than one driver's license. I could show y'all, but the back has a barcode. But listen, protect yourself. That's all I'm gonna say. Protect yourself. Be smart.